Hello, this is Mrs. Mills, your instructor for English 111, and I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the items within Module 4. And Module 4 focuses around summarization. So go ahead and get out your calendar and let's kind of see what we're doing in Module 4. All right? So I have my calendar here. And I also have some items on my board here that I'm going to reference as well. So, Module 4, Week 4 is Writing an Effective Summary. And you are going to construct this assignment around King's I Have a Dream speech. Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream, is located in your textbook 40 Model Essays. Okay, so make sure you read that and you're going to summarize his speech. And I'm going to make this clear. You are not summarizing Martin Luther King's life. You're not giving a biography. You're summarizing the speech itself. What did King say in his speech? Okay, so let me grab my board. Again, you're going to read Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. You're going to take margin notes in the margin. You're going to write inquiry questions for discussion, and I need you to follow the rubric given in the module. Okay, so let's kind of break these things down. Okay, everything you need is in the Moodle component. So one item that you have to do for this assignment is you have to construct margin notes. There is an example, and it is done within Microsoft Word. And you can, if you know all the little tricks to Microsoft Word and the comment feature and color coding, that's great. If you'd like to copy and paste, I Have a Dream, I'm sure you can find it through a Google search. If you want to copy and paste I Have a Dream onto a Word document, and if you want to handwrite the margin notes and underline and all that good stuff, and then scan it as a PDF file, you can do that as well. So you have 1 to 2 ways: Microsoft Word and all the technical options, or using a pen or a pencil and PDFing it. Nice PDF. Using a PDF file and scanning it into Moodle for submission. Okay, you can do that. So I really want you to take some time to read the margin notes example, and you got to be really, really, really detailed with those margin notes, okay? And in the long run, if you think about it, when you read and take notes in the margin, your margin notes, that's a rough summary of the piece itself. So take really good notes, underline. I'm not sure if you'd like to highlight if you're handwriting it using a real highlighter, because when it scans in, the highlighter color might not translate well when I grade it. So, of course, you can highlight in Microsoft Word using the comment feature and all the little tidbits in there. But if you're handwriting this, watch out for the highlighter. You can circle or underline things as well. So margin notes are very, 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 very important. So that comes in, and that's part of your rubric, okay? Got that. The next thing are inquiry questions. All right, inquiry questions are questions that are open-ended, debatable, and can spark a conversation. And that is what your forum revolves around. They're inquiry questions. So read the forum. In the forum, you're only going to post the inquiry questions, okay? You don't need to post your summary or your marginal notes in the forum. What we're going to do is we're going to discuss King's speech and its elements using open-ended, debatable questions. All right? So let me give you an example of an inquiry question. An inquiry question would be, in what ways is King's speech is influential today? Let me re-speak. Let me do that again. I misspoke. Excuse me. I'm sorry. How is King's speech influential in today's society? That's an inquiry question. Let me say that again. How is King's speech influential in today's society? what pieces or what points of his speech are still being referenced or discussed today. All right. Do you see how that question is open-ended? It's debatable. Somebody can agree with it. Somebody can disagree with it. And you can hold a conversation because your classmates might disagree with your answer. And that's perfectly okay. That's what makes America great, is the element of argument. Okay. A question that is not an inquiry question is, in what year did Martin Luther King give his speech, I Have a Dream? Okay. In what year did King give his speech, I Have a Dream? There is a concrete answer. Okay. That answer is a specific date. You cannot argue with it. And it's done. It's concrete. Okay. So you want to generate open-ended questions that spark a conversation. You don't want a comprehension-based question that nobody can argue. So again, another example of a comprehension question is, who wrote and delivered I Have a Dream? Well, the answer is Martin Luther King. And you can't debate that. That's done. It's over with. But when you generate open-ended questions, there's that room to talk and discuss. So that's what you're going to do in your forum. You're only going to post those inquiry questions, and you're going to answer them and talk to your classmates and have a great discussion on I Have a Dream. Okay? Now, also, please remember to check all of your submission requirements carefully. For this assignment, you need the final summary. Okay? You need the margin notes, and the margin notes can be messy. That's one of your rough drafts. And you need the finalized inquiry questions. You can also submit any rough drafts that you have, and I'll make sure that you can upload multiple copies to this, to the summary submission. Okay, final submission. This assignment has a late due date. 5 points a day will be deducted for lateness. Please check the calendar for late due dates. If you choose to turn in this assignment late, please email the assignment to me. Moodle will be unavailable, but you still need to submit the final summary and inquiry questions and margin notes, mainly just the summary and the inquiry questions, into turnitin.com. Okay, so again, final summary and final inquiry questions go into Turnitin. You don't have to submit the margin notes because that's part of the drafting process. You do have to submit the margin notes into Moodle. But again, for Turnitin.com, final summary, final inquiry questions, and then everything comes into Moodle. All drafts, all final copies, the margin notes, the inquiry questions, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions on that, please let me know, and I'll outline that in an announcement. Okay, so please make sure that you read. I know this sounds silly, but people do it all the time. Read King's I Have a Dream. Take notes in the margins. Take notes all over the place. Form a rough draft. Read all the information on Moodle. Read the rubric. Generate inquiry questions. You're going to participate in the forum and all that good stuff. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Please remember, I'm going to say it again. Summarize King's speech. I don't want a biography. I don't want a summary of King's life. It's the speech itself. So pull out those main points and summarize King's speech. Okay? If you want to do, a rough, crummy outline, you can do that to reorganize your thoughts. If you want to do any graphic organizers or lists to organize your thoughts. So if you want to read it, do your margin notes, and then do another draft, reorganizing everything, that's great. Okay? It's up to you. It's how you want to work, but there's 3 main components to this assignment: the summary, the margin notes, and the inquiry questions. And if you have any questions, let me know in a timely fashion, and you guys have a great day.